Hi. Today I want us to talk about something that's really difficult, something that a lot of people don't feel comfortable to share. Today I want to be open and shed light into something that I've battled most of my life. Well, when I say most of my life, I'm talking about maybe from 13 and my teens, I think maybe 11 even, that I sat with and couldn't talk to anyone about. And some of you that already know me might think that it's to do with my sexual orientation. Yes, that came in later. The need to talk about that came in later in life. And we shall tackle that as well in future. But today I want to talk about depression. And this is a blanket term for a lot of conditions that people battle. And my struggle is unique to myself, but also I'm sure there are millions of other people that have this kind of depression as well, because there are many kinds of depression. And when you say you're depressed or you struggle with depression, people think that it's because you're sad about something that happened. And half the time it's got nothing to do with that. For as long as I remember from my teen years, I'll take it back to 16 when I was diagnosed as being depressed. I have struggled with starting each day. It's like I have to kickstart every day. Waking up is such a mission, and being and as being such a difficult thing in my life that I've really struggled with. So something like waking up and making sure I get to work on time and making sure that I work to the best of my ability, that takes a lot of energy, and it takes a lot of energy to do simple things. And being alive takes a lot of energy and consciousness and a lot of decision making. And the question that I find myself asking myself every day is, will I make it through today? Will I be able to not pull the plug? And that's not something that anyone should live with. But it's also not something that anyone should keep as a secret, because depression is real, and it's something that a lot of us struggle with and are scared to talk about. I struggle with people that ask me if I'm okay every day, several times a day. It happens at work. It happens sometimes with those that I love. It happens as well with people that are meeting me for the first time. And half the time I don't know what to say, because I don't know what I should be feeling or what is the right answer. Because honestly, I don't remember what not being depressed feels like. Every conscious moment, I battle this heaviness. It sits in my chest, sits in my mind, sits in my most secret of minds. And it's always there. It's like a dark room that I keep getting drawn into. And I always just go there. And I sit in there and toy with the idea of never coming out or locking the door. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm not afraid to talk about it anymore, because it's not something that anybody should be ashamed of. It's something that we should be dealing with and something that we should be talking about. Because I do want to live. I want to come to the end of my life and know that I did everything that I could to be here, to be a voice. Not just a voice for depression, not just a voice for gay people, not just a voice for what I want, but a voice for where we should be as people, as a race. Not just as black people, not just as white or Indian or Native American or I don't know. This is very difficult. But I would like to see myself being able to talk about things that people are afraid of, because we're not here forever. But we can do it for posterity. We can do it for people to understand that life is not easy and it was never meant to be. But we're strong enough to be here and to go through some things so that other people don't need to. My challenge to you is, if you know anybody that struggles with depression or is going through a hard time, or you can see that they struggle with something that you don't understand, like keeping to themselves and not wanting to talk about hurt and inexplicable pain that they go through and they don't know where it comes from. Don't tell them to snap out of it. Just be there. Love them. That's the best that you can do. That's the best medicine. And the best medicine for me has been people that don't understand why I go through what I go through, or why I struggle with what I struggle with, but have been there every single moment. Yes, I'm surrounded by thousands and millions of people, but a lot of times it's a conscious effort to let those people in. And if they were trying too hard to make me deny what I feel, I wouldn't let them come in at all. I wouldn't let them be the influences that they are in my life. So if you know anybody that's struggling, just let them know it's okay. It's okay for them to feel the way that they do. But they don't have to accept that they are alone. What they can accept is knowing that you're there for them. And what you can do for yourself, not to lose the people that you love, or for them not to go into this dark space where they end up in a mental hospital or committing suicide. It's for you to be quiet and love and not to judge. It's hard because as humans we want our opinion heard. I mean, I'm doing it right now, giving my opinion about something I feel strongly about, but that's because I am in it now and I am going through it and I am understanding it. And this is my way of helping other people that struggle with it. So I started this with a very personal post, but I want us to be able to be open to each other, to be open with each other and to discuss and ask questions. The topics are going to get harder than this because I've made a conscious choice to not back down about things that are being taboo in my life and things that I've struggled with in my life. I don't believe that anybody should struggle with things that other people are being through and things that people can discuss and things that people can talk about. This is not going to save people from committing suicide, but it might help minimize the numbers. It might help people understand one mind out of billions of minds that suffer from depression. A lot of times I wake up with aches and pains, not because I was doing sport or I hiked up a mountain, but because I'm depressed. My depression manifests itself in physical pain in my joints, in my back, And that's what I've lived with for a while. It might not be forever, because I know that part of healing is being able to talk about it, being honest about it, and taking my meds, which I haven't always been faithful with, but I try. It's my way of being here and holding on to life. And I can tell you now, you won't be losing me anytime soon. So I hope that this opened up a little window, and you're welcome to ask me any questions or to email me at Taboo Talk with Frank. No, let me get that right again. Email me at tabootalkfrank@gmail.com. That's where you'll get me. And we can talk about this. We can talk about everything. This is the beginning of many conversations. We're not only going to talk about depression. We're not only going to talk about suicide. We're going to talk about homosexuality, racism, white privilege, black privilege, you name it. Let's talk about it.